Yeah, totally. This is ace.
Can you see the Peter badge from there?
What's that?
I'm wearing a blue Peter badge.
Yeah, I can see that, dude. Yeah, I see it.
It's
beautiful, man. Beautiful.
That's right. I reckon you're going to see that on TV.
Yeah. How's it going?
Really good. Yeah. Super good, man.
Sweet. So, how did it all come together? Because you got Young Thugs did there, so sorted out. So was that like a collaborative thing? Did they just pitch you? How did that work?
So how it worked was we Dave Greenbrown.
Yeah, love Dave. Nice.
Yeah, he offered to managers early days about how long ago? A couple of years ago.
Right.
And we thought that was a good idea because we need managing.
Yeah.
A little bit. So that really took a lot of pressure off for us and helped us progress massively.
Yeah.
He was helping us in a lot of ways and just allowing us to spend a lot more time rehearsing and also helping us kind of plan strategically.
Yeah.
So he is obviously he is Young Thugs. He is the Young Thug.
Yeah, he is ultimate Young Thug.
Shortly after that, after seeing Bonnie's chimpanzee video,
yes,
the managing director of EMI Records contacted Dave Greenbrown.
Nice.
Yeah. So Young Thug, Dave Greenbrown being Johnny Hooker and Dave Greenbrown is Young Thug, sorry. It is at its core. Anyway, so then, so MD of EMI contacted Young Thugs and said, I like what you're doing. I am from York and I want to shine a light on the excellent music happening in the city. And Young Thugs were doing a lot to kind of legitimize and make public a lot of this already great music that was happening. And as you well know, Dom, it's been happening for years.
Yes, indeed.
So then they pitched Bull to this man, Mr. MD. And
here we are.
And here we are. He came to see us supporting One Dusha at the Crescent, put on by Joe Coates, of course.
Of course.
And we fucking nailed it, Dom. We played a binder of a set, and he partied with us afterwards, and he signed us there and then.
I mean, that's...
there and then, but he did, like, he said it there and then we signed a few months later.
Yeah, cool story. I remember going to like a networking. I just ended up back in York. I ended up at a networking event, and Ben Clowes had said something to me. There was a rumor going around that this was gonna happen, and I was like, "Fucking amazing if it does." Yeah. And then here we are, and it's just awesome, guys. It's fucking awesome because you've been doing it for ages. You've done international tours, internationally renowned, Bull. So I guess like in a nutshell, how does it feel and what kind of, because I guess the sort of, do you have to give up creative control? I mean, they've got you wearing suits, which like I said, by the way, it's a really good look for you, but I'm not used to it, So like, is this a new thing now? Bull wearing suits,
They are getting involved a lot. They're asking that they are, they're telling us what to wear,
telling us what we need to sound like.
Yeah, they're asking us to take on more African instruments.
Right.
Electronic beats.
Yeah, where's the djembe?
Progression, yes. Artistic progression.
Angry phone calls of Clive Corley saying.
They bought Tom an electric drum kit because he's not allowed to use a real one anymore. It's all got to be electric drum kits and ads and stuff.
Yeah, so that's kind of, it's not ideal in that way. But no, in all seriousness, they said to us that we could kind of carry on doing what they want. They like what we do. They like our art and they like our image, and they just kind of think we should be just working as hard as we can, and they'll do their end, which is promotion and exposure and things like this. What we're doing with you right now, Dom.
I know. I was kind of afraid. I was like, so now you've got gatekeepers. I was like, what if I'm not cool enough to interview Bull?
We're a phone call away anytime, Dom, forever.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I saw Mac from the sesh yesterday when I was out for lunch, and he was just like, he'd heard the news as well. There's so many people buzzing for you guys, like in the region.
The response has been fucking amazing. Honestly, like I nearly cried for real, with happiness, not sadness.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah,
it's just been like, you know, I've heard from every person I love, which turns out an awful lot of people. So it's been really fucking nice.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And obviously, because obviously working with Young Thugs, and I love Johnny and that whole thing. So is this the sort of start? Not that you can sort of predict the future, but is this the sort of start of a northern exposure thing where more people from London are going to kind of sort of shine the light like they've done with you on more artists? Is that the hope?
It certainly is. There's plenty. Obviously, there's so many good bands in York, and there always has been. This is going to be a massive opportunity for those bands through Young Thugs. As a kind of launching pad, I think is the idea that they're going to be able to have access to these possibilities with EMI, with their press people, with everything like that. So fingers crossed. There's big plans in the pipeline. I probably can't tell you too much because it's good time, but they've got very good ideas, and they're going to be doing lots of great stuff. And it will hopefully, that's right. Not just York based. It's going to be.
The north, I guess. Yeah, just the north.
The north base. The north. Beyond the wall and all that.
Yeah, totally. Good. So obviously you've got like a back catalogue of stuff which is now sort of off Spotify, you know, the album, and obviously Green, which is great that it's getting re-released. It's one of my favourite Bull tunes of all time. But
great video of it live recently.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen it. So is that so are you kind of going to steadily drip feed some of your kind of, I call it classic Bull material, but you know, the world maybe. So what's the plan? Are you going to re-release some singles from the record you did and revamp them? Is that the plan? Or
this for the record that's going to come out, the only song off the first album is going to be Green.
Right.
But there's going to be lots of songs that we've kind of previously released, like the ones that were on Spotify before. They'll be on the album.
Cool.
Plus, people have been
bullheads, yeah.
From day one, you know, they're probably gonna know a lot of the songs on this album, which is great because it's kind of it's our first album really. It's our first. What's the word people use? Studio album.
Yeah.
No, it isn't though. We recorded the first one in the studio, so we can't say that.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure. Like I was kind of being like I'm looking at your faces and I'm like, what are they being told to say? Like what are they being? I'm like I've definitely heard a record. I've definitely heard, but anyway, I'm glad that I'm like there's like sweat. There's like sweat dripping down you. You've got earpieces in, man. Yeah, it's cool. It's real good. Yeah. You're all sweating and like fidgeting loads. Like there's somebody off camera, like with a gun. Like yeah.
What I will say is it's unprecedented amount of work that everyone's putting in. That's it. Yeah.
Awesome. So obviously you guys DIY and independent. You know, you've been US tours, European tours. So I'm guessing that's the plan for the future, but now with a little bit more backing and a little bit. I mean, are they getting you a tour van? Are they getting you a bus? Like, what's the? You know, are you going to get to travel in style now?
Not a van, but I reckon a bus would be cool. Yeah. I mean, you can't drive to Taiwan, though, can you? So we probably have to get. You can drive to Taiwan, so we'll probably have to get some help with.
You take 2 ferries. That's all. Ferry to France and ferry to Taiwan. That's it.
Cool.
Yes, we're going to drive to Taiwan.
So we'll see you in Taiwan.
So what's the plan for tours then? What like have you got anything you can tell me about?
Not really. We're going to get we're hoping. Well, we're going to get a booking agent for the first time in our life, which is going to be excellent to stop booking things.
Hopefully next year, but we don't know exactly when the album comes out.
We plan. We're not allowed to tell you when the album comes out. We're not allowed to tell you the name of the album. So there you go. But we will be touring for definite when the album comes out. A big tour forever.
Yeah, and we can tell you it's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing, and the label are really behind us all the way. Yeah, no, good. I'm glad.
Everyone's done an unprecedented amount of work, and it's going to be a really good thing.
Absolutely. So I'll do some of the old stock influence questions for you guys. So obviously this new record, which you can't tell me the name of, or any of the tracks on it right now. What kind of things are influencing you creatively as artists right now in this new electronic direction that you're going in?
I mean, we're still relying heavily on the old stuff, from the 90s, like Pixies, Pavement, Smashing Pumpkins. But we love a lot of new bands like Pitfall, Personal Trainer, and Perspex.
PPP. That's good.
Cool.
Did you think I heard it? Definitely thought I heard it.
Yeah, I stole it from an old review, actually. The first part.
You added the new just now as well.
Yeah, just
All the P's.
Can we have that? Can we keep that in though?
We can. We most certainly can. So what about your...
Brilliant.
What about we started this by talking about shining the spotlight on York. So here you go. Here's a tester for you. How is the wonderful city of York still inspiring you after all these years as a band?
The CRESCENT is a massive inspiration to us, to see so many of our friends and great people coming together to make an excellent world-renowned venue, which is starting to get amazing reputation around the country and further afield.
Yeah. Please use the real people, please. Sorry.
Yeah, and also, there's great bands, as Dan mentioned, Perspex,
Black Lagoons,
Fast Spatula, Cowgirl,
Bonnie,
Hound Home, fucking Carrot in a Minute, Pat Butcher,
Yeah.
Paddy Beard, and Eugene Gorgeous. Loads of great musicians. The Golden Ball open mic night on Mondays. Everybody get down. Once we're allowed to back out, I'll be running that again, and we can all get together and have a good old laugh.
Absolutely. All right then, lads. My final question for today, because I'm sure I'm going to be seeing you guys really soon, and I'm dead excited. How do you, as artists and creative professionals now, define success, both as individuals but also as artists?
I like that question, Doc. I like it a lot.
I think it's, I don't know, any help they can give us, in reaching more people is great. But I think, to be honest, I think we've all been happy with what we've been doing for the last 3 years. Just being able to play the music that we enjoy playing and partying people when and partying and
Applying ourselves.
But yeah, I mean, the more people who can.
I would like to be the size of Yuck in 2012. Yeah, that's success.
Cool. I want an answer for each of you, by the way. You've each got to give me answers. So.
Right. Yes. So personally,
it's a similar thing to what Dan said, I guess. I think success is
money.
No, the success has already been made. Just by doing it and having the privilege of doing it.
Right on.
But the dream is now coming true.
Yeah.
And they're two different things, dreams and success.
Yeah.
Pride.
That's my profound answer.
Pride.
Achievement is its own.
Hang in there.
Pride is. Okay, my personal success for me is growing tomatoes. That is very successful if you can do that. Just like getting slowly and incrementally better at lots of little things and doing stuff that feels good in the long and the short. Nice.
Absolutely. And final point for everyone, have you got anything you'd like to add, anything you need to promote, anything that at gunpoint you are told to say? No, in all seriousness, anything you want to promote?
Everyone's doing really frustrating that.
We'd like to say, please keep streaming Green and just keep adding it to your playlists and and sharing it with your friends.
Achievement is its own reward. Pride obscures it.
Pride only obscures it.
Absolutely.
I've got one more thing to say, which is that we have another single coming out in August, so look out for that.
Fantastic. All right, guys. Honestly, it's a pleasure. All right, take it easy, guys.
See you, mate. Bye.
Bye. Bye.